Hi boys and girls, at the end of this week's lesson, you will be able to define the concepts non-luminous and illuminated, list at least 5 non-luminous objects and organisms, explain how light reaches the eye, and complete at least 4 of the 8 activities at the learning centers. Figure 1 shows non-luminous objects. They are called non-luminous or illuminated objects because they do not emit their own light. They depend on the luminous light that reaches them to reflect or bounce off the light from them. This light travels in straight lines to our eyes. When the light reaches our eyes, we are able to see the illuminated objects or organisms. If the luminous light does not shine on the objects or organisms, they cannot be seen because they are non-luminous. In fact, all living and non-living things that we see depend on the light that is reflected from them. Figure 1 shows 4 non-luminous or illuminated objects and organisms that are seen because light emitted by luminous objects travels in a straight line to them. So here we have non-luminous objects and organisms. Here's one example, the moon. So the light of the sun hits the moon, we are able to see the moon. Planets. Okay, for example, they have one they call the morning star. When we see that planet, it's because of the light that shines on it, because that particular planet does not produce light. Okay, so planets don't produce light for themselves, only stars do that. So they say one way you can know a star different from a planet in the night sky is that stars will twinkle, but planets have a constant light. A snail and a lizard are other examples now of organisms that are non-luminous or illuminated. Questions for group discussion. Can you see the moon at nights? Where does the moon get its light to illuminate planet Earth? How clearly are the objects and organisms seen? Are they as clear as seen when sunlight reaches them? So in your groups, we can have this discussion, and you could also do some research to find the answers to these questions. Access the internet, then download and view videos on non-luminous objects and organisms. Complete Figure 2 by writing examples of non-luminous objects and organisms before each number. So you're going to list some of those. Carry out the following activity. Some material you'll need: mirror, flashlight, book, bag, picture, plant, and insect. Method. This is how you're going to do it. Turn off the light to darken the room. Are you able to see the book, mirror, bag, picture, plant, and insect? Then turn on the flashlight. Are you able to see the book, mirror, bag, picture, plant, and insect? Why were you able to see the book, mirror, bag, plant, picture after the flashlight was turned on? Here are the activities at the learning centers. Faye Ellington Center. Create bookmarks. On each side, include an image of a non-luminous object or organism. Albert Einstein Center. Name the mathematical term that is used to describe the direction of light as it moves from the luminous source to the non-luminous object and organisms, then bounces off to the eye. The Dan Macaulay Center, Nature Link. Darken a room, then shine a flashlight on some fruits. Are you able to see the fruits? Name them. Explain how the light reaches your eye. Self-link at the Dr. Agri Irons Center. Make a journal entry expressing your views on luminous and non-luminous objects and organisms. Picture link from the Edna Manley Center. Download images of non-luminous objects and organisms. Then make a carousel of these images. Social link at the Mary C. Cole Center. Use a digital device and take photographs of the non-luminous objects and organisms on display. Share the photos in your class WhatsApp group. Finally, body link. From the Rex Nettleford Center, collect, label, and display samples of non-luminous objects and organisms. So in this episode, we looked at non-luminous objects and organisms. Let's go over our objectives. Were you able to define the concept non-luminous and illuminated? Were you able to list 5 non-luminous objects and organisms? Were you able to explain how light reaches the eye? Did you complete at least 4 of the 8 activities at the learning centers? If you answered yes to all of these, then we would have had a successful lesson. Make your jottings, complete the activities, and I'll see you in the next episode.